Two links down below as always to credit WWE for piecing this together. In case you're wondering, because you're used to seeing me and you're like, what is that? It's my new snake rack that came in that's made out of PVC. And then there's just bins with some big snakes in it. Maybe I'll show you some of them someday. Hey, look, Kirk Hammett. Well, he's been working out. Okay, so this was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I would not have known that. I am on 4 hours of sleep again because of my new puppy, but that's another story for another day. Jacob Fatu assaulted Solo, nearly pulled him right out of that car that he was in, along with JC Mateo and Tongaloa. The 2025 King of the Ring, Cody Rhodes, states that him versus Cena is going to be at SummerSlam in New Jersey. I don't know how people feel about that. I'm okay with it. I'm not against it. I have to admit, I kind of feel like maybe somebody else should be stepping into that position. You can let me know what you think about that. Don't want to spend too much time on it, but it kind of feels a little bit off for me. Then Randy Orton came out and says that he respects Cody Rhodes for pulling the trigger and not hesitating like Randy Orton did. Commends him for that. Then Drew McIntyre came out, funny as always, really, really good on the microphone. And it led to eventually Randy Orton RKOing Drew McIntyre for going soft, apparently. Right there. There's the money shot. He's so funny. Nick Aldis stated backstage that Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss have earned an opportunity to get the tag team women's championship at Evolution, the PLE. It's going to be the second one. Alexa says, don't worry, I don't want to be your friend. A little bit of an odd build-up, but in some ways not really, because they do have a lot of history together. And it was also stated on some interview, doesn't matter the name of the interview, where Charlotte Flair actually expressed that she doesn't like being a heel. She much prefers being a babyface. She can interact with the fans more, the kids and all that. When you're a heel, it's a little bit different. So she expressed that. So maybe this whole like reunion thing is going to do just that, is maybe going to have her get pulled back into being a face. It'll be interesting to see, because I do prefer her as a face, but I do find she makes a good heel. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss do in fact defeat the Secret Hervis and B-Fab and Michin. I still don't know why it's called the Secret Hervis and not the Secret Service. I wonder if it's some kind of like weird, not copyright, but like you can't like mimic the real name. I don't know. I really don't know. It was funny to see Charlotte hug Alexa at the end and then just kind of like back off like, oh, what am I doing? I actually thought that was really, really cool. They are now the #1 contenders for the, the women's tag championship at Evolution. Like I said, I had to do a little bit more digging because I wasn't sure what that meant. What it means is this: is Flair and Bliss are one of 3 teams that will challenge Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez for the titles on July 13th, 2025 in a fatal 4-way match. I'm not going to lie, I don't know who the other participants are. Then we had the 8-man tag match, which I really enjoyed. Wyatt Six defeated Gargano, Montez Ford, Berto, and Chris Sabin. One of each tag team got together, and Johnny Gargano didn't play ball. He stepped down. And then that was the end of that. Really like the Wyatt Six. I really hope they get some gold someday. I know that there's like strong feelings when it comes to them. Some people really appreciate them. Some people think it's disrespectful. Or they just don't like them. I really like them. So this was pretty nice to see. Tiffy says that she's going to be defending her title at SummerSlam against Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill, who then came out, says it doesn't matter who wins at Evolution because she wants that gold. And then Tiffy said, oh, well, that's fine. I have a little surprise for you, Jade, and brings her out. None other than Trish Stratus. And Tiffy said that she wants to face her at Evolution for the title. Yep. I have no idea what's going to happen. Don't know if Trish's going to take the title, how people are going to feel about that, if there's going to be a cash-in with Naomi. I don't know. Definitely the reception for Jade Cargill was a lot better here than it was in Saudi. Like, I mean, a lot better. It is actually quite interesting, that word I use a lot, when you look at different crowds from different parts of the world, how they cheer, how they boo certain people that are normally cheered, and sometimes even vice versa. That dynamic is really nice to see at times. Andrade and Rey Fenix defeat Fraxium. This was a wild fucking match. And then Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso defeat Solo and JC Mateo, but of course Talatanga, aka Kirk Hammett of Metallica and Tongaloa, post-match beatdown, sending Fatu through the table. But what you didn't know is when the show went off the air, fan footage captured Jey Uso, yeet yeet, and it helps if I remember, and Cody Rhodes came out to rescue Jacob Fatu and Jimmy. So it was really cool. I wish they would have shown that, but that's what happens when it goes off the air. But now with social media and all that, it's a lot easier to capture those. 6 minutes. 6 minutes, which is wild because now my videos are usually about 7 minutes, but this show was only an hour and 22 minutes without commercials. It's a 2-hour show now. And I have to admit, it felt not bad. It didn't feel like it was like something was missing, except for an entire other hour, which wouldn't have been a full hour anyways. It would have been, I think, like an extra 40 minutes. Could have gotten a lot more done. I personally don't like the 2-hour format, but for the sake of YouTube, I like it. And I'm going to end it before the video ends up being too long. Let me know what you think of the 2-hour format. Anything that has to do with wrestling doesn't just have to do with this segment. Just whatever. Thumbs up as always if you did like the video. It does help with the algorithm in trying to make me more relevant in the search results. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. I know, I keep saying it over and over again, but he's right there. We bend it in half, twist it, you get the Solo Sikoa spike in there, right where the sun don't shine. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.